Okay, I've got some sesame seeds. Again, I'm going to just continue to shape this bun. Buns are a lot easier to work with. The shaping isn't as important. They're pretty forgiving. So I like this little ball shape. And you can, again, use water for your hands. If the buns are sticking, use water and no problem. It'll come right off, just like this. Okay. Now, normally when you use water, this might mean that your buns will be a little crustier. So if you like that effect, then yeah, use more water. All right, so we're going to dip these in our, I'm using sesame seeds. I really like the taste of sesame seeds. Now you can put that on the bottom. You can even put cornmeal on the bottom too. Now I like to use parchment paper, and I will just stick a bun here on the parchment paper, and I'll just continue to do that until I've got about 8 buns all set to go. So again, I'll go through that quick process here. So here I've got a ball. Now, if I was making a hot dog, of course I would want that in a cylinder shape, and I'll show you how to do that. But these buns are sticky. If you want, you can also use flour to work the bread. Okay, I'm using water again, a little more water. And then when you use water on your buns too, that will help collect anything, like if you're using seeds like this. It will really attract a lot of seeds when you do that. Okay. Now let's make a hot dog bun, or a sausage, because these are quite large. So here we are, sausage bun. So cut that in the middle, and for that shape, basically I'm just rolling. I can just keep rolling. So I've got a longer shape like this. Now you can get really pretty, and again, the more you play with it, the more it's going to shape, the prettier it's going to look. And but today, I'm just showing you quickly. So here it is. I've got a hot dog or sausage roll that is nice and long. I'll stretch it out a little bit as I lay it down on the baking sheet, and that will proof. Now, I can proof that for an hour. I can proof that for 4 hours. Obviously, the time that it is proofing, the longer that I give it to proof, the bigger it's going to go. Now, there is a threshold, though. Once it reaches its threshold, it'll start to shrink, and actually the gluten structure will weaken. So the part of the art of making this stuff is just knowing where that is. And in my experience, a couple hours is, I think, that magic point. So again, it's not going to look like this. It's going to be way puffier when I let it proof. So once again, I've laid it out on my baking sheet. So I've got a couple hamburger buns or sandwich buns, 2 hot dog buns. Okay, so let's leave that. I'll leave this group here for an hour and bake them. And then another group I'm going to do is I'm going to proof that a lot longer, just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like if you proof something for a couple hours. Okay, so I'll start with the next group here in a sec.